starting to heat up.
Nobody will not outwork us tonight.
I know you feeling my drive. I got the energy.
Pressure in his face. Aaron Donald rips him to the turf.
Aaron Donald into the backfield.
I got the energy.
There are plenty of talented pass rushing duos in the NFL. The newest combo of Myles Garrett and Jadeveon Clowney for the Browns entering the chat. Over the last 3 seasons, Garrett and Clowney ranked 3rd and 5th respectively in pass rush win rate, beating their blocks in less than 2.5 seconds over 25% of the time. Here's what Clowney had to say about teaming up with Garrett in Cleveland.
It's funny. I haven't ran into many guys like that in the National Football League yet. Took me 8 years to get here to find another one like that. On defense anyways. But it's great. I just know he's going to go out there and do his thing, knowing what type of guy I'm looking at. I know he's going to ball and going to do his thing, so I'm excited about that.
Marcus, how high are your expectations for this duo?
Very high, but I'm still waiting to see if Jadeveon Clowney is going to be able to get to the quarterback and put him on the ground. Good football player, and it's always different when we're talking about Jadeveon Clowney, because when you're taking number 1 overall, quite frankly, people expect you to have 15 sacks a year. That's just where you are. And the guy opposite of him has been delivering that. But the last time we saw Jadeveon Clowney lined up next to a generational talent who was J.J. Watt at the time, that was his best seasons in the NFL. Hopefully, he can recreate some of that with Myles Garrett being opposite.
Seems like their chemistry's already there at least. The Patriots revamped their entire roster this offseason, including signing top edge rusher Matt Judon in free agency. Here's what he had to say about the Pats pass rush. Oh, I'm going to read it for you. I'd love to say we're going to be the best pass rush, but if we don't go out and execute, we don't execute. We have guys who know how to go out and rush the passer, but first of all, I have to do my job, whatever the call is. All right, I sounded just as cool as he would have. Mina, when you think about the scheme, how does that factor in with the Pats?
I think this is a perfect fit. I mean, it already sounds like he's been there forever. Do my job, that's New England speak. But, you know, Matthew Judon benefited from playing in Baltimore. It's a very blitz-happy defense, and he got a lot of unblocked pressures. But the New England Patriots also have a very schemed-up pass rush. It's not about lining up a guy and asking him to beat double teams. It's about confusing quarterbacks. And they will undoubtedly improve from last season with the addition of Judon, the drafting Christian Barmore, Ronnie Perkins. I love Josh Uche. I'm really excited to watch this group work this season.
The Raiders look to address their defensive needs this offseason by signing defensive end Yannick Ngakoue. Just after 2 days on the job in Vegas, Yannick Ngakoue sees great things from him and his bookend edge rusher, Max Crosby. Listen to this.
I think that Max and myself are the best duo that's going to come hit the scene, and I'm already putting that out there. And I feel like the NFL has, they kind of shot away from that, and that's cool. But Max is a hard worker. He's a guy that he's putting in the work. Literally, I'm lifting weights right now, and Max is in there doing things to get better. So it's the dedication, the commitment, and I can play all day with a guy like that.
All right, high praise about himself and his teammate from Ngakoue. So that got us thinking. After we heard from him, we had to ask you, Marcus, who are the top 5 pass rush duos in the NFL right now? Start with number 5 and give us your list.
Yes, first, no shade to Yannick, but they're not in the damn list. Okay, Number 5 starts with the Arizona Cardinals. I'm going Chandler Jones and J.J. Watt. I thought this J.J. Watt acquisition was huge. Chandler Jones doesn't get enough respect in the NFL for how tremendous he is. And I know he was injured last year, but he is a premier pass rusher in the NFL. He changes games. He makes those critical type plays, and he's just a craftsman at his work and what he does. 4 in the spot. I had to put this list together, and I'm a little nervous about it from this standpoint. I don't know. Come on with the video, y'all. I don't know what Leonard Floyd is going to do, but damn it, you don't make a list without Aaron Donald being on it, and you're talking about defensive line play. So I have the LA Rams at number 4 between him and Leonard Floyd as the pair that is going to wreak havoc on opposing quarterbacks this year. Aaron Donald understands where they are. He understands the pressure that's mounting on Sean McVay. He has to, again, show the legitimacy of his stardom. 3rd, Von Miller's coming back, y'all.
Ooh.
And Bradley Chubb, it will be opposite of him. And I think these two guys are as pure of pass rushers as you can possibly get. They can be dominant in games. They can take over games. Reminds me of Super Bowl type tandem when it was Von Miller and DeMarcus Ware. Just the dynamics have changed. Von is the older guy. Bradley Chubb coming in as the young gun, able to get after the passer. And I know Mina loves Fangio's defense, so they'll be getting after it. Number 2, JPP and Shaq Barrett. Yes, the Super Bowl champions, but they showed and paid their dividends throughout that playoff run. We all know how dynamic JPP has been, and also physical at the point of attack too. He plays the run, people. I have a lot of respect for guys like that. And then when we get to Shaq Barrett, 3 sacks in the NFC Championship. We know what he did in the Super Bowl. He got his money, and he's a sack artist, and they play for the reigning Super Bowl champions. And one last, but absolutely not least, Montez Sweat and Chase Young. This young dynamic duo will wreak havoc on the NFL this year. Listen, you got to determine who you're going to block. And don't forget, the guys on the interior, Deron Payne and Jonathan Allen, are no chop liver either. But this is the next wave of the young guns in the NFL. Chase Young, Montez Sweat, devastating to opposing offenses, especially on third down.
All right, let me just remind people what we got here. Number 5, J.J. Watt and Chandler Jones with Arizona. Number 4, Aaron Donald and Leonard Floyd with the Rams. You got Bradley Chubb and Von Miller at number 3. And then number 2 would be JPP and Shaq Barrett with the Bucks. And then you just saw Montez Sweat and Chase Young. Oh, there's the list. Thank you, guys. What do you think, Mina? Who's he missing?
Woo! Okay. Few thoughts. One, anyone could line up next to Aaron Donald and get some sacks. I could, honestly. I got a mean bull rush. Washington shouldn't be higher than the Bucks. I'm sorry. I love Montez Sweat and Chase Young. They're really fun, young duo. I think the group is excellent, but the Bucks have the best duo. To me, the pairing that I would throw into the mix, and I'm going to say this loudly because I feel like I don't give the Steelers a lot of love lately, TJ Watt and Cam Hayward. Cam Hayward is one of the most underrated defensive linemen in the NFL. And with the absence of Bud Dupree, he's going to matter that much more with this team. I'm cheating because I didn't say who I would drop out of the list, Marcus, which is not really fair. But I think Cam Hayward and TJ Watt do deserve consideration.
Oh, they absolutely had consideration. But I thought about this too, Mina. And you make a great point. How will they look without Bud Dupree? Like, how effective will they be going forward? That's something that came into my mind. I'm trying to project. And when I project on this list, Montez Sweat and Chase Young off the edge, listen, I'm with you. We could argue this until the cows come home. I had Myles Garrett and Jadeveon Clowney thinking that. I want to see if Clowney is going to be able to get to the quarterback and get him on the ground. But right now, man, this young duo in Washington, in that defense, they devastating.
Hey, Mina, who are you dropping out of the list to add those Steelers guys in there?
Oh, maybe Leonard Floyd and Donald, just because I think Donald is the guy.
You don't make a list without Aaron Donald.
Right,
you
but you
don't
can
make
just,
a list without Aaron Donald.
You just put him on another list by himself, right? I don't know. Anyway, it's big for Leonard this year.
He's the best player in the NFL.
All right, we got more coming your way on NFL Live. Keep it right here. Yeah, you did put him at 4, Lord. More on the Washington football team. They got Ryan Fitzpatrick. He's going to be their guy for this season, but head coach Ron Rivera says, why not for him being the guy for the future? Marcus says, pump the brakes. We'll be right back.